What's going on, guys? It's your boy AJ. So today we are going to be talking about toxic relationships and how to address and notice the signs before it becomes toxic. So we can get right into it. Basically, this is all going to be off of my own personal experience and things that I've been through. I'm not trying to direct you guys or give you instructions. This is just literally, like I said, my personal experience. So, toxic relationships come in very many different forms. They come in friendships, relationships, even with family members, pretty much any human interaction that can turn out negatively. When toxic people enter your life, there's not a definite red flag or sign, specific sign or anything. It is more of, do they add positively to your life? If someone does not add positively to your life, they are more than likely a toxic person. Now, this doesn't mean an acquaintance. This doesn't mean that somebody that you just don't really talk to, or they don't really have any place in your life, like they don't add positively or take away negatively. They're just an acquaintance. What I'm addressing is someone that is close to you and is able to have emotional or spiritual control over you in a negative way, which in turn would make them toxic. So mainly my experiences has been in relationships. I'm the type of person, I look for my person. I'm not someone that goes around and dates a lot of people or jumps from person to person. It's never been how I do things. I can't. I physically, emotionally, I cannot. Because when I invest into someone, I invest very deeply and I invest everything. So it's very hard to kind of just take that all back and go give it to someone else. Usually people that are able to do that are toxic people because they're not taking time for themselves and to be able to heal and learn who they really are. Instead, they hop from person to person because it fulfills what they think they are missing. When in reality, they are missing love for themselves. It's kind of a ripple effect when it comes with toxic people, and having someone toxic in your life can actually turn you into a toxic person. It's almost like a disease. I mean, it really is. It's like it's like zombies, like you get infected. And that's why it's so important to be able to weed out and notice when you need to have somebody exit your life. I've always been the type of person that gives chance after chance after chance, and I think that's where I go wrong when it comes to getting toxic people out of my life, is they can give me the most obvious sign to get them out of my life, and I will still continue to give them chances. I knew better and should have paid attention to the red signs way sooner than what I did, and I was left in basically wreckage because of my own decision. When people first enter your life, they're obviously going to present themselves as someone that they want you to think that they are. They're not going to show their flaws. They're not going to show the things that are bad about them. They're not going to show their emotional, spiritual, or mental problems. Not that that's a bad thing, because obviously you don't want to go around just telling everybody all your problems first interaction, but you definitely want to be very transparent and authentic, which a lot of people are not nowadays. It's very easy to get caught up in the look at this is who I am image without having anything behind that image. And that's very detrimental to not only everyone, but the person themselves. So, when someone toxic enters your life, you want to first give them time. You cannot just go around Xing people off because they do things wrong to you. That's not at all what this is about, because life is about patience. Life is all about patience, chances, miracles, risk, and everything in between. That's what makes us living beings. So when someone enters your life, you have a choice to give them chance after chance after chance. If someone enters your life and right off the bat they're lying, cheating, hurting you, that is a very big red flag, probably the biggest red flag to get the fuck up out of there as soon as possible. That being said, people make mistakes. We are all human, we make mistakes. A mistake is something that happens once, you learn from it, you don't do it again. What is not a mistake is doing the same thing to the same person over and over and over and over again, expecting this person to, accept your apology. People like me, unfortunately, are those people that would accept an apology over 20 times in my last relationship. I set the bar very low in the very beginning and allowed this person to have this control over me immediately. From the time that they messed up the first time, do not excuse people's behaviors. Take what people do and kind of just jot it down. This is what they did. You don't have to kind of hold them to that, but just remember, just kind of jot it down so you can go back to it. And trust me, it will help in the long run. So, red flag number 1, lie. To me, that is the simplest, easiest red flag. It's easy to lie about who they are right off the bat. I don't know. People lie about the stupidest things, so you really have no clue what people are lying about. Next, obviously, would be cheating. If someone cheats on you and it's a mistake, okay, well, cheating is not a mistake. It takes a lot to partake in cheating. If someone makes the dumb decision to cheat on you, I am not going to tell you fuck that person, leave, because that is not the reality. When you love someone, you want to give them a chance and you want to be there for them. You want to stick it out and you want to stay in the relationship. So obviously you're going to give them another chance. If you choose to give them another chance and they choose to fuck that chance up again, okay, you should really be looking at your options and looking at what you need to be doing in this situation. And it's probably not staying with this person. When someone cheats more than twice, to me, it is probably just enough to say, okay, this person is probably not going to stop cheating on me. I need to skedaddle, get the hell up out of here. A lot easier said than done, I know. I was literally cheated on probably more than 8 times and still kept going back. And it's not because I'm stupid. I'm not afraid to admit that I loved this person and was able to look past everything they did to me, because in my eyes, it makes me very strong and just shows me how big my heart is. I put all that love into someone. It is not an easy thing to let go, but it's possible. It is possible to let go of no matter how much you put into someone. So don't ever lose hope and think that you can't get through it. If someone is not able to provide for you emotionally, and that doesn't mean be there for you every time you're sad or be there to pick you up when you're down. I mean really be there for you emotionally when you absolutely need it. If that person cannot console you, make you feel better, or makes things worse, they're probably not a good person to have in your life. Or for that purpose anyways. It depends, like I said, where the relationship is at. If it's romantic, if it's friendship, it all depends. But if someone your partner is not emotionally there for you, whether it's male or female, it doesn't matter. That's probably not a good partner to have. If they mentally do not add to your capabilities and your dreams and the things that you want, and they don't support the things you want to do, they don't support you, or they criticize the things that you do, red flag, get the fuck up out of there. If that person physically harms you, and I'm talking male or female, it goes either way. People try to make it seem like men don't go through the same thing females do when it comes to relationships, such as abuse, emotionally, mentally, or physically. Men are automatically put on this place, like, you aren't allowed to feel, you aren't allowed to do anything, you aren't allowed to cry. I remember one specific time crying in front of the person that I was with, and she looked at me like I was crazy, and I remember I was never able to open up to her ever again after that. It was just something that I physically couldn't do. So if you can't express yourself, whether that's through creativity, emotions, if you can't be yourself with someone that you're with and feel 100% okay with who you are, or be 100% in love with yourself as you would be if you were alone, drop that person. If for any reason you do not feel like yourself when you're with this person, drop that person. I remember specifically feeling anxious every time my ex came around, because I knew that she wasn't supposed to be in my life. So I didn't know what to do about it, because I loved her and I obviously wanted to be around her, but spiritually I probably shouldn't have been, because it just made things worse. You have to know when enough is enough. You have to know when your mind, body, and spirit are telling you this person is no good for you, stay away. And it is a lot easier said than done. Everything in the world is a lot easier said than done. So you have to be able to know and address the red flags. That is the biggest thing, is peep the red flags, because I strongly believe in surrounding yourself with people that are going to uplift you and help you get to the things that you're trying to get to in life, not people that bring you down. If someone is an emotional weight on you, if they are not, like I said, adding to who you are trying to be in this world, drop them. It's not going to harm you. It's actually going to make you a lot better as a person. Because like I said, if you're with someone toxic, you can become toxic. You're going to become miserable. You're going to slip into a very dark place, and you're going to start becoming toxic to whoever is around you. You don't want to be a toxic person. It's not a good feeling, and it's not a good vibe. It's just not a good thing to be. I mean, you don't want to be a toxic person. Start working on yourself now. Start healing yourself now. If you feel, that's the first step, is be willing to admit that you are a toxic person. There's times in my life where I was a toxic person. I was toxic to people around me, whether that was friends, my mother, or the person that I was with. It's okay to admit that you're a toxic person at the moment. 100%. And if you can admit that, you're already on the right track to being a better person. Because it takes admitting it to be able to change it, you know? The biggest issues I've had in relationships is being with people that didn't know how to admit their wrongs. If someone can't admit their wrongs, how in the hell do you think that they're going to be able to help you in any way, shape, or form? They can't even help themselves. They can't even better themselves. That is a toxic person. If they victimize themselves in everything, toxic. If they're narcissistic and believe they don't do anything wrong, toxic. There's many, many, many different forms of toxicity in the world. And you have to be able to know that to be able to pinpoint every single one, because there's very many different types. And Sometimes the most innocent ones, such as the victim toxic person, is the most dangerous because they have the most emotional control. It's a lot less noticeable when they're able to emotionally control you rather than physically or mentally. It gets past a lot easier, and that's not okay. It doesn't matter who it is in your life, it's not okay. And know that. Know you're worth enough to say it's not okay. Know you're worth enough to walk away. It may have taken me getting hurt by this person 1,000,005 times, but it took me on that 1,000,005th time to stand up, literally stand up from the ground that they had pushed me into and say that I don't want to do this anymore. I want to be happy. I deserve to be happy. I'm worthy of love. I am worthy of affection. I am worthy of someone that is attentive to me and my feelings and my dreams. If the person that you're with makes you feel like you are nothing, leave them. If you go to bed at night and you feel alone as they're sleeping right next to you, leave them. I can't tell you how many times as a man that I cried because I felt alone because the woman that I had at the moment was not who I was supposed to be with. So I felt alone. I didn't feel like I had another person with me. It doesn't matter who that person is. I know that it's, again, a lot easier said than done. Because when you love someone, you love hard, and I understand. And that's great. Don't ever lose that. Don't ever stop loving hard. Because love is what literally makes the world go round. Love is what we need. So continue to love. Continue to have a big heart. Don't let one person ruin the goodness in you because somebody ruined it in them. And remember that. Usually these people that are hurting other people are hurt people themselves. The more they're able to hurt you, the more they are hurting on the inside. And I guarantee you that 100%. Happy people don't go around and do messed up things to people. They don't hurt people. They don't lie to people. They don't cheat on people. Do not hurt other people. Only those that are hurt and angry with themselves are going to go out and hurt other people. Don't take it personal. Rule number 1, don't take it personal. Ultimately, that's all you should ever want, is just for everyone to be happy, everyone to be at peace with themselves, at peace with their lives, at peace with the people they have in their lives. And if we all are just actively working on ourselves and bettering ourselves day by day, the only way is up. The only way is up. So again, if you're that toxic person in someone's life, admit it. Admit it to be able to change it. If someone toxic is in your life and you know it and you just, any of those red flags stuck out, do something about it. Make a change. Stop the cycle. Because it won't change. I understand that you want to keep putting into people, and the biggest thing that ever got me was thinking that you're supposed to drop your standards to be with someone for the rest of your life, which is never the case. If you have to lower your expectations or lower what you need, with me it was emotional and mental. I had to lower the things that I needed mentally and emotionally to be able to be with this person and be on their level. But mentally and emotionally, we weren't on the same page. They were stuck over here and I'm over here. So there's no meeting. There's no fixing that. You can't force something that isn't supposed to be. If it isn't supposed to be, let it go. If it isn't working out after that 1,000th time, let it go. Definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. Don't be insane. Now, if that person is doing everything in their power to be what you need and they still aren't able to, leave on good terms. Just understand that it just probably wasn't meant to be, and that's okay. You can love and be so madly in love with the wrong person, and I think we all get that really confused. The feeling of love and the feeling of the right person, two very, very different things. You can be in love with the wrong person. It's okay. Take it as a learning experience and move forward and know that the right person is out there. And keep loving. Keep loving everyone in your life. Just be love. So yeah, guys, I mean, that's it. Like I said, red flags are very noticeable. Don't pass them up. Don't ever look past a red flag because you love someone, no matter who it is in your life. Set boundaries with people. Tell people what you need. Right off the bat, before you get into a relationship, know what you're looking for. Because if you know what you're looking for, you're going to find it. Just know what you're looking for. That way you won't get what you're not. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope this helped somebody out because I know that we're all going through different things, and not too often people talk about their everyday lives on social media and the things that they're going through that other people are probably going through. And I think if we all were more authentic and open and able to talk about our troubles, we would all connect on a really different level. It is what it is. Yeah, have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to y'all later.